Throughout this interview, you are sporting an owl necklace.
Right here with it. Yes, sir.
Do you remember how you received that?
Yes, I do.
Can you take the audience back to that moment?
I got a call from 40. He said, brother, I need you to come see me. So I pulled up. He gave me a little box with the chain. And then it had my name on the back of it. He said, yeah, the other guys that came and picked theirs up. But at the time, I've already been on the label for a couple years. So I already felt like family. And receiving the chain was dope. You know, from 40 himself too. Wasn't like it was just gift, like he personally gifted it to me. So it was very dope receiving that with the rest of the guys too. Yeah. Very, 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 I think it was winter too. It was a cold ass day too. But yeah, my jeweler, actually, he made the same guy, he made this too. This Roy Woods piece here as well. So he made the owl and he made my Roy Woods piece too, yeah.
You care to share the name of that jeweler?
Xander, that's my boy, Xander. Yeah, his logo on the back, on the bottom right there. Yeah, it's not on this one. This one was a personal piece that we made. But yeah, shout out my boy Zandy.
Now, when you did actually receive that owl, was that a total surprise or did you know this was coming?
No, it was a surprise. I didn't know I was gonna get an owl. I'm not sure anybody else was. At that time, we weren't thinking about it. We're just kind of making music. So it was dope.
What does that pendant mean to you at this point?
It means so much more than it did when I first received it. There's a lot of history behind this owl for me. A lot of accomplishments, a lot of growth. I've been through so many stages of my life with this chain. From when I received it till now, I'm a completely different person. And everything that I've learned, I've all done that on the sound. I've all done that with the sound. So, you know, this is obviously home. All my brothers, we're all going through it together, you know? Anytime there's the ups and the downs, you know, we all go through it. So it means more than just the chain, you know, obviously. These are my guys and my family is the gang. Shit, I don't even know if I could ever, I don't think I'll ever take it off because it's like, you know, when people grow up, as people are growing up and they listen to my music and they hear, you know, they tell me that they're fans of me, it reminds me of when I became fans of like, well, the sound and like Drake and Party and, you know, the beginning stages of that, you know, not realizing like I'm just like these kids I inspire. You know, I lived exactly the same life. I know exactly the feeling, and it all started with this. Right? It all started with this. I was 13 too. I was in middle school too. You know, in high school too. So, you know, when I get those stories, it's always mind-boggling because it's very personal for me. Yeah.
Now, was that your first necklace you ever received?
No. No, it wasn't.
Was that the first necklace someone ever gave you?
No. No, it wasn't. I think it was the third. Yeah.
And between that and the Roy Woods piece, which one was actually first, historically speaking?
This one was first, historically speaking. Yeah. And then this came after. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the OVO charm in particular, ever since you received that, do people treat you different? When they see those three letters or the owl itself or...
Certain settings. Yeah, it depends on the setting.
Care to shed some light?
If I walk into a restaurant, if anybody sees that, they're like, their face gonna turn. Like, so I'll probably get some. If I walk up to like a clothing store, they see that, or a party and they see that, they're like, oh yeah, man, bring them in. So deal with them, you know. Yeah, but honestly, you could walk. Sometimes I'd be like, just like I can be in the suburbs chilling, and I could have it on, you know, and nobody would know. They'll look at it, but they won't say anything, you know. So it just really depends on the setting you're in.
What about other recording artists? Since you received that charm, do they treat you different?
No, No, most definitely. I haven't seen. If I haven't seen, it's because I'm true to myself. So I don't really let people into my world like that. So anybody who has been in my world, they probably know me from before I even got the chain. So it's or even when I got it, right around that time. So I wouldn't even notice.
What about females? Do they treat you different, or treated you different since receiving that charm?
They treated me different before the charm. Yeah. It's more the name and the status and everything. As soon as that happened, then you show them you got some money. It's like, so I keep to myself.
Winding down the questions here about that chain, being respectful here, was that an instant form of clout by any chance when you received that?
I mean, you can say that. You can definitely say that, yeah. Outside looking in for sure. Me, I'm living my life like a normal guy, so I don't even care about it. But yeah, most definitely.
And lastly, you've already mentioned who the jeweler is behind that.
Yeah.
But do you know how much that particular chain is worth?
Priceless. Most definitely.